President has been very firm on saying that that's really a non-negotiable starting point, especially mainly the delay of the medical device tax. Do you agree that no matter what, something needs to come from the House that still has attachments for the ACA?
Well, I think that one of the things that we're looking at is the fact that the House is the one who continues to pass bills and send to the Senate and continue to invite the President and the Senate to the negotiating table so we can address this. We have been doing that for months and weeks and days and even years when you look at the fact that we're the ones that continue to pass a budget. But nevertheless, we do find ourselves at another deadline. This is dealing with the debt ceiling. And again, in order to get the Senate working toward something, we are going to take the steps to bring together components of a bill that we will send over to the Senate and be hopeful that they are going to take it up, take some action, and maybe they'll work late for once and get it passed today.
When it comes to Obamacare, do you hate Obamacare more than you love your country?
I got to tell you something. I think that comments like that you are making are just incredibly inappropriate. What we have to realize is that
you don't think it's incredibly inappropriate to shut down our government and to take all the hostages of Americans that you've taken? No, it's not inappropriate because you've taken the government hostage through a shutdown, and all the American people, you're now walking them to a cliff, the economy, and you're going to push them over one by one based on the fact that you don't like the ACA. That's all it is. You don't like the Affordable Care Act.
Listen to yourself. We didn't want a government shutdown. Just listen to the way you're sounding. My goodness. We didn't want a government shutdown. We don't want a government default.
Really?
We in the House
because on August the 6th at the Economic Club of Nashville, on August the 6th at the Economic Club of Nashville, you said everything we can do, whether it's defunding, delaying, repealing, replacing, all of our energy needs to be in every one of these efforts. I applaud Ted Cruz for getting out there and bringing this to the forefront. Did you not say that?
Those are comments that I did make to the Economic Club, and let me tell you why.
So you have been planning a shutdown since August.
Not at all. Not at all. What you are doing is so inappropriate. We didn't want to shut down. What we want to do is solve problems, and that is what we're trying to do.
How can you say that you didn't want to shut down if you said that everything we can do, it's defunding, delaying, repealing, placing all of our energy needs to be in these efforts, and I applaud Ted Cruz.
To a $2.6 trillion program. It is too expensive to afford. We know from history. You can look at what happened in Tennessee with TennCare, and you can look at how this affected our state. And by the way, it was a Democrat governor who had to come in and reshape that program. What we're saying is, let's learn from the mistakes of the past. Let's look at things that are lessons learned.
But haven't you heard from Tennessee Senator Bob Corker calling this silly and self-defeating, all the effort that's being placed into the efforts to try to do something with Obamacare based on closing off the government and then trying to push us against the default?
I got to tell you, it is not House Republicans that wanted a government shutdown. You know as well as I do that the President and Leader Reid are the ones that were pushing for a shutdown.